Centering on the wheel is the most important part of learning how to throw on the potter's wheel. First of all, we have to make sure that our clay is wedged. And we've wedged up our clay about the size of a softball. We're going to start, as a beginner, we're going to start with a little larger lump of clay. We've got it wedged up, and the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put it on the wheel. We're going to slap it down just like that. We are going to want to position our body so that we have what we might call biomechanics. The mechanics are the wheel, it never gets tired, but people get tired. So the easiest way is to position your body and make the wheel do the work and your body sit there. Use the mass of your body. Come in, take your arms, bring them in close to your torso, lock them even into your legs, right into here. Works really good. As the clay comes around and it's off center, it has to come in, drive into my hand. It will not push me backwards. I'm also using the large muscle group in my legs to hold this nice and steady. Everything in the wheel is in conjunction to how fast the wheel's going, how stiff, and how the clay looks. First of all, we're going to put it down on here. We're going to get our hands very moist. We're going to add some moisture. Just hold it like that. Come in close to your body. Make sure we're in tight. Make sure it's well lubricated. I use a sponge also so that I don't have to go back and forth to my bucket quite as often. We're going to come in here. We're going to position ourselves up good. Going to make sure that our shoulders are almost over the wheel, dead center on the wheel. We're going to come in here, and all we're going to do is we're first of all applying pressure in and down, just like that. And as we do that, that clay has nowhere to go, and that cone comes up. We're going to try to center the clay. Obviously, you can see it's real wobbly at this point. We bring it up into the cone. It's much easier to center a little bit of clay than a lot of clay. So we're going to center that first little part here by taking that cone and bending it over a little bit. And we hold it nice and steady, in tight on our body. If we feel some friction, add a little moisture. Do it with your sponge or come back with your fingers to your bucket. Then we're going to bring it down, and we're going to keep centering it and centering it and centering it until we get down to something that looks like this. Now, if that doesn't work for you the first time, and quite often it doesn't as a beginner, it might look like this. That's not centered. You'll know when it's centered. It just sits there. So come in and go ahead and bring it back up into the cone, just like that. We'll tip that cone a little bit off center and slowly bring it down. Just like that. Sometimes we have a problem here. With that extra clay, just come in here, use your thumb, come in here and get rid of it. What we're looking for is we're going to look for something that's centered in about what we might look like as a tuna fish can. This is a fairly large one. But now we're centered. Okay? We never start any part of our project till this is centered. Until the clay's centered, we don't start any projects. In the center.